Discord was trying to tell me I had a message and I didn't have a message. So let's try this again. Much better. I can't stand it when it glitches out like that, dude. Oops, that's the wrong screen. Alright. Next one is implementing directory services. I got the stray hair flying around my nose. Implementing directory services. Directory services. Come like that, gotta pay. I'll probably be singing that all day. It was the last song I was jamming to before I quit my workout. It puts me in a certain kind of mood to just keep singing it, you know. All right, let's see how far we can get today. We are on part 2 of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, we are on part 1 of 6. I keep reading LAPD. Alright, let's see how bad actually it's going to be. So that's going to be really easy. Well, that doesn't look so easy. Oh boy, that's the... Oh my god. Alright, we have a goal in mind. Find Active Directory. We'll pick up on Active Directory next week. Holy Jesus. Yeah, that's kind of how I figured it. Active Directory is the whole other half. Oh my gosh. Hey, Hex. Did you look at this nonsense I'm looking at right now? So I had this video, and I got this video, and then some quizzes. So part 1 of 6 is done. Part 2, 1 video and some reading. Part 2 is done. Part 3, a couple videos and a test, some reading, and how she got over it. Then watch this. Part 4. Scroll. 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 Now we're at the bottom. So my goal today is to try to make it to Active Directory. Just make it there. Finish with LDAP and make it to Active Directory. And I'll pick up next week on this monstrosity. Jeebus, man. 5, 7, 11, 17, 21, 25, 29. 12-minute video. 41. 48. 53. 59. A whole hour worth of videos. A whole hour. On average, it takes me like 30 to 45 minutes to do a 3-minute video. That's going to be all day. It's going to take up 2 days. Holy Jesus, there's a whole hour worth of footage in that. That's not even including the reading. Then I'll have to take time out to read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 supplemental readings. Active Directory is going to be intense. That's the one I think I need to learn. That's a lot of crap to it. I might have to focus on that one. All right, let's get at it. What are we looking at? Yeah, I figured it'd probably take 2 days. But at the rate I'm moving right now, I'm doing about a module in every 4 days. So by doing this and knocking this out, essentially I moved myself 2 days ahead. So last time I moved myself like 1 day ahead. This will put me 2 days ahead. And since I'm already going to be skipping Monday, I'm going to need that extra day. Monday being Memorial Day, of course, I'm going to go out and spend money and be on the lake and stuff. I don't want to be doing school on Memorial Day. Directory services become an open network standard for interoperability among different software vendors in 1998. You got to be on call on Memorial Day? Bro, I'd have told him to shove it up the butt. The X500 directory standard was approved and included protocols like Directory Access Protocol or DAP, Directory System Protocol or DSP. Wait, what? In case she needs you. I think I'm going to have to start writing right away. There's like 4 things in there: DAP, DOP, DISP, and LDAP. I think the beginning of that just tells us what it got split into. Yeah, the standard, the X500 directory standard was approved and included protocols like the Directory Access Protocol, DAP, Directory System Protocol, DSP, DISP, DOP, and LDAP. The most popular of these alternatives was Lightweight Directory Access Protocol, or LDAP. That's later on. Yeah, I'm just going to start writing. Right after RIP. I'm going to hit us right off the bat. Directory services. I'm going to put that in parentheses. Directory services became an open network standard. Among different software vendors in 1998. How does he say it?
Directory services became an open network standard for interoperability among different software vendors. In
That's one word. What up, Stiggy? Am I going to need to know this crap? Like, do I need to remember these dates? I can tell you that I had to do the same thing with my HVAC stuff. Heck yeah, man. But no, so whenever I took my HVAC test for the EPA 608 Universal, they gave us a bunch of dates, and we had to memorize them and know them to pass the test. But I haven't had to remember those dates since then. Do I have to remember all this nonsense and when this became a thing? Like in 1998, the X500 directory standard was approved, and then it split off in all these. Do I just have to remember what it split off into, or do I need to remember in 1988 something happened in directory services? I only have so much capacity to remember, so I have to pick and choose what I try to remember. Vendors. Oh, you did answer it. Dates, nah. I thought it said My vision's bad too. I'm putting castor oil on my eyes to try to fix it, but it's bad as well. Directory standard. Oh, I forgot to send you my wall, man. I've got those things up. I do not remember dates. It's more important knowing what is available to you rather than remembering when shit got available. Thank you. I also think that way. Dates are not important. Yeah, I did. I want to show you what I did with my wall, and dude, that's so perfect where it's at. I probably could have folded and cut a little bit better on the crease going down the middle, but I'm happy with the way it turned out. It's perfect. Thanks, buddy. Thank you, sir. And included protocols.
1988, the X.500 directory standard was
X dot
approved and
500.
included protocols like Directory Access Protocol.
I thought that was a line. I'm glad I heard that. Directory access protocol. Directory access protocol, also known as DAP. Directory information shadowing protocol. Directory information shadowing protocol. Directory information shadowing. ING? Yes. ING protocol, also known as DISP. I don't know why I looked. It's here in the name. Directory Operational Bindings Management Protocol. Why is that just DOP? Bro, that is gonna screw me up. Was What is it with China made phones and watermarking their cameras? I'm not sure. The last phone I bought was a Red Magic. It's probably definitely Chinese. It's from Nubia. But I haven't. Well, my camera's trash. I never really use it. Oh, are you saying that because there's a watermark on my camera? I don't know what a Godot engine is. Godot engine. Oh, has a game developer come on their Twitch and make games. Been doing for 6.5 hours, so plenty of learning to be able. Nice. Is an open source game engine? I didn't know Unity shot itself in the foot. I don't even know what Unity is. When Unity, I'm assuming it's another game developer. Directory operational bindings. It's directory, right? Yes. Directory operational operational bindings. Management protocol, and that's DOP. Unity wanted to charge developers 15 cents per install. That means if you make a game for 99 cents, I just have to reinstall your game like what, 7 times and you start bleeding money? Wow. That's just wow, dude. Just wow, man. The amount of greed in this world. You know, if I had $20 to my name and somebody came up to me and gave me proof that they needed $10, I'd give it to them. But if they wanted to charge me 10 cents every time I walked into the bathroom, I'd tell them to go f themselves. That didn't make a whole lot of sense, but that's where my mind ran. Want to tell me I can buy a toilet for $20 to pay 10 cents a toilet, or 10 cents a time I use it? I'm gonna buy the toilet. That didn't make any sense. Yeah, I thought about it for a second. My brain went way far out, but somehow that made sense in my brain. I'll give you the $20 out of my pocket if I'll give you it if you need it, but not if you're gonna charge me 10 cents for every time I sit down. No, you can take that toilet and put it up your butt. It can collect poop that way, because obviously your stuff is worth a lot more than mine.
Protocol, or DAP, Directory System Protocol, or DSP, Directory Information Shadowing Protocol, or DISP, and Directory Operational Bindings Management Protocol, or DOP. Alternatives to
Here in Denmark, you usually get charged 70 cents to go to the public bathroom. To be frank, I have never seen one that was nasty. They got cleaned 3 to 4 times a day. So you don't have to pay to go to public bathrooms here in the United States. Dap me up with that LDAP. uh, you ain't got to pay to go to the bathroom in the United States, but some companies make you buy. So like if it's a restroom in a restaurant or a restroom in a grocery store or a convenience store or something like that, you can't just walk in off the streets and pee and then walk out. In some cases, they'll ask you to purchase something, and it could be as easy as just purchasing a pack of gum. But yeah, well, they're marked as public. I may not understand the difference between public and private. If anybody can access them, then in my brain it's public. Whereas if it's isolated off to a select group, then it's private. And for the most part, our bathrooms are for public access in most places. Like especially if you go into a restaurant and you eat, you can use the bathroom for free. There's nothing you got to do. You just came in, you got something off their menu. You can use the bathroom. But if you just walk in off the streets, you got about a 50-50 shot if they'll let you use the bathroom. Some people up front understand you're just human and you just got to pee and you'll be right out. But other humans will make you buy stuff. It just all depends. In my opinion, everywhere's a public bathroom because I can whip my thingy out and pee on a tree anytime I want. There's nothing that's saying I can't do it except some law that says don't expose yourself. I agree with you. Humans are the problem. We're like a plague that's wrapped around the world, and we need to eradicate it to a certain extent. I think that's God's plan. We spread like a virus, a plague, and then we kill everything we touch. To allow clients to access. The X.500 directory. Oh, that's an H. That's not an X. I screwed myself up. I wrote HTTPS too much in the last section, and I'm still trying to write it. The 500 directory.
Few DAP were designed to allow clients to access the X.500 directory. The most popular of these alternatives was lightweight
Was lightweight directory access protocol. Wait, access protocol. LDAP. That's a good way to finish off that line. Oh, I went straight into the hole. Stop going into the hole. And that's what she said. These are open standards for communication and access for directory service. A bunch of different implementations of these services cropped up. There are offerings from Apache, Oracle, IBM, and Red Hat, but we'll cover two in more detail later in this model. Let me guess. Apache. Well, I've heard both Red Hat and Oracle. We've dove into Apache a bunch. I'm going to guess Red Hat. Because Apache is for Windows and Red Hat, I think, is for Linux. Or maybe it's a good option for Linux. I don't know. Since these are open standards, these are open standards for communication and access. Open standards for communication. Hell yeah, I'm getting good. And access for directory services. For I ate my food 30 minutes early today, guys, because the girlfriend got done. Apache is just a server hosting. Yeah, server hosting for Windows, right? Because the one that comes standard, I just wrote about it. The one that comes standard that everybody uses across everything has problems with Linux or with Windows. Has problems running on Windows. So Apache is the no universal. I'd have to go back. Here, let's flip through. Since I got you here, I might as well use you as a learning tool. I meant that in all the nicest ways. Where did I write down Apache? This is Model 4, when and how to choose cloud. Apache's in cloud, isn't it? No, cloud data centers, cloud services, no. Cloud infrastructure setups, load balancers, auto scaling, public cloud, hybrid cloud, cloud concepts. We need to find servers. What is a database server? Not quite. Apache web servers revisited. This is where they installed Apache, right? Yeah, this is where they installed Apache. It told me somewhere in it. Is it this one they told me? Apache runs in Linux, Windows, Mac OS. Yeah. Apache's universal. But they were saying, I'm talking about the one that comes with Windows. I just have to find it. They suggested using Apache over it because it's something that happens in Windows. It's a better option. That's installing Apache on a Linux machine. That's printer services, mobile synchronization. Samba. Oh! No, it was for network file storage. It was Samba, not Apache. Samba is for a Windows machine. You might want to consider looking at Samba because it works with all major OSs. Never mind. ISS? I don't think I know ISS yet. No, I was tripped up, man. I was confusing Samba for Apache. Not to be confused with SMB. Where did it say it? SMB. Yeah, is a protocol that Samba uses. But it's an NFT. It's an NFS, network file transfer or storage. What is ISS? I'm assuming one of the S's is a server. Interchangeable system server? Server system? I'm curious what ISS is. Open virtual machines, I just learned too. ISS, Internet Informational Services, International Server Hosting on Windows. Oh, oh, okay. I did just learn that. That each Windows comes with the ability to turn itself into a server. Neat. I like it when you're around. You teach me a bunch. Access for directory services. Where was I? A bunch of different implementation. Okay. Wait. A bunch. Bunch of different implementations. Implementation. Asian. Shoot, that's a big one. It's going to take me a minute to get used to spelling that one. Of these services cropped up.
Directory Access Protocol, or LDAP. Since these are open standards for communication and access for directory
I'm
services,
going to guess it
a
said
bunch of
popped.
different implementations of these services cropped up.
Cropped. It did say cropped up. What's that? Kabasu? Kabaso? Who's Kabaso? These services cropped up. There are. It's the doggy meme dog. Oh, I don't think I know what you're talking about, but dang, he lived for a while.
There are offerings from Apache.
Oh, I know that dog. Oh, it died? That's a cute little thing. One, two, three, four. So we got Apache, Apache, Oracle, Oracle, IBM, and Red Hat. Cover two in more detail later in this model. Two more detail later in this module. I don't know if that's how you spell that, but I pronounce it. Here she is about a year and a half ago. Oh, yeah, she was old. Very lively, though. 2 days isn't in here. Or is he? Is 2 days in here? No, it's just Hex and Stiggy. It says I got 3 viewers. I hate it when it does that. The first is Microsoft implementation, which is referred to as Active Directory or AD. It has some circumventions, and added features for the Windows platform. These are also okay. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I am looking to get more in my channel though, so I kind of meant it like that. I gotta hurry up, get up to 50 followers so I can just start making money doing this. I'm already streaming 8 hours a day. I might as well get paid for it. Oh, don't be like that, guys. First is Microsoft implementation, which is for ED. Oh, two R's and then an ED. To as active directory or AD. I don't know what LDAC is, but sure. LDAC? I've heard that before, though. Yeah, go ahead and share it. While you're sharing it, I'm gonna hop up and pee real quick, or I'll just end up peeing on in my pants. So I'll be right back. I forgot just how much of a mess I was as a human. I happened to look down when I went to sit into this thing. There's nothing but eggshells, just little bitty pieces of eggshells where I sit here and eat eggs. LDAP, sorry, is Sony's Prosperity Sound System. Surely. Is that where I heard that from? I've heard LDAC before. I know that feeling, man. I'm kind of evil though, so like the rule in my bed is if you're getting in bed with me, you have to be naked. So my girlfriend gets in bed with me and she's naked and she covers up immediately. She gets cold real quick. I don't. I like to sit out underneath it, unwind, cool down. Normally when I'm working, I'm really hot. So by the end of the night, by the time I get under the covers, my feet are ice cubes. My hands are ice cubes, and I like to cuddle up to her. And what I like to do when I cuddle up to her is to put my foot on her ankle and then slowly chase up, slowly putting more and more of my foot until it gets high enough that she's jumping out of the bed. I'm slightly evil. But your comment just put me in mind of what I do to my girlfriend on a daily night. Or my fingers. I like to put my fingers, if they're real cold, like say I've been eating ice cream or something, they're real cold, I like to just put them right in her armpit. All right, let's see your script. Now that I've told you one of my funny stories. Oh, you haven't sent it yet. You got to modify it. Okay. I don't know how to steal your data anyways, but I respect you being. Yeah, I don't know how to look at it anyways, but I'll respect your privacy and I'll let you do your thing. Maybe soon I'll be able to do that. Oh yeah, it's time to drink too. Oh, let's get at it. It has some customizations. There it is. It has some. Wait a minute here. Your parameters, strings of usernames. If not username, check the parameter. Right. Get username. Filter, objective class, account name, username, path. I don't know what DC means. Set to search route to the LDAP path. Oh, it's the root of the directory controller. Hey, that makes sense. You're looking through all the directory, including the sub or the children. I think they're called trees, yeah, in Linux. Searcher, find one, perform the search, and get the result. Oh, when it finds one and gets the result. If result is nothing, check if the user was found. Results, properties, distinguish name. So if it finds it, it goes through a whole bunch of crap it does. I'm not really understanding this bottom. To be honest, I don't understand a lot of it, but I shouldn't. I'm not far enough in. I'm kind of understanding some of it. And the else. If, but if it doesn't do it, tell me why. This is all to get somebody's username? Yeah. Results not equal. Let me look back and see where you put that. That was up here. Okay. DN results proprietary. Oh, hmm. Yeah, I can see that where you're splitting and then you're putting it back together, join it back together with components like commas and stuff, output formatted, so you can connect to them. I can kind of see that. You're trying to get it, establish the connection, and then get on it using the designated name, the DN. And then you get an output message if you can't find anything. Oh my God. Boy, that's still confusing even with you explaining it to me. So use an LDAP to find, to no, to establish a link between user and office, and then user and the controller, and then the controller. In order to perform an action like adding a user to a group in AD, you need to give the program a full path. But when you do it, visually, you don't have to take care of it. Think of it as a reverse folder tree. It's in reverse. So the controller, communication to the controller, to the user, to the office, to the user, to the system. Huh? Think of it as a reverse folder tree. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. So LDAP is the folder, and then that's how you're getting there. DC, what'd you say DC was? DC is the root of your directory controller. So you're in the root directory, and then you're in the controller itself's file, then you're in the users, then you're in the office to add another user. I don't know what OU means, but CN is the user's name, right? You said that already. So CN is the user's name, and then back into the directory. So you're in the office, you go through users to the office, then you add the user's name on the LDAP. OU is operational unit. They are shown visually as folders in AD. Oh. Oh, so OU is operational folder. Operational unit is a folder. And CN is a user's name. So DC is what again? What the hell did you say DC was? Directory? Is the root directory, okay, of the controller. So directory, folder, username. See Discord. All of that was telling. There's the jumps. So the Active Directory to the MC. I don't understand that. Masquerade guide to the folder to the users, and then you're copying the user. So it told me all that. Folder, folder, no, directory, folder, user. It goes backwards? Oh, that would be the total of it. Okay, so that makes a lot more sense. The totality of it instead of broke down. Vladimir, whatever. Neat. And that's all how you would run the LDAP using your what again? Your DAP? You DAP into LDAP? What did you say you done with it? Oh, you made to interact with it. You made that to interact with it. Oh, that's even neater, dude. You're quite talented. You've been doing this for a long time. Respect, my friend, respect. Nice. Customization and added features for the Windows platform. For the Windows platform. And LDAP stands for Lightweight Directory Access Protocol. Okay. Oh, I'm almost done.
Oracle, IBM, and Red Hat, but we'll cover two in more detail later in this module. The first is Microsoft's implementation, which is referred to as Active Directory or AD. It has
Screenshot is from Active Directory users and computers. Yeah, I could see that. Users and computers at the top. How do you... Oh, I have an Active Directory, don't I? I don't think mine looks like that, though. That's still a lot of information all at once that I don't think I'd have got from this. I appreciate it. I really do.
has some customization and added features for the Windows platform. There are also open source implementations of directory services using LDAP.
Okay, I need to write that down. There are also open source implementations. Source implementations of directory services. using LDAP. Uh, Popular example of this is Open LDAP. Well, that was pretty self-explanatory. No, Jack's not here right now. Ah, shoot.
There are also open source implementations of directory services using LDAP. A popular example of this is OpenLDAP. OpenLDAP supports a wide range of platforms.
Nice. Alt and F7. Supports a wide range of platforms like Windows, of platforms like Windows, Unix, Linux, and various unique. Wait, in Windows it's Win plus arrow key if you were wondering. I use Windows Shift to jump screens if I'm ever streaming in full screen and somebody sends me something on Discord. I actually learned that recently through Jack, about 2 months ago maybe. He was giving me the breakdown of it. It's Windows plus Shift, and I can tab, or it might be Control Tab. No, that's to jump through my tabs. It's Windows Shift, Windows Tab. It's Windows Tab for me. I've been using that. Allows me to jump what screen I'm on for this thing or this thing, whichever one I'm on. I appreciate all you people teaching me these things. It's quite difficult to learn on your own. I would probably take that poster with me for a long time too. The one you made for me. I might have to recut it. I don't. The more I look at it, the more I don't like that gap. I have bad OCD. I might have to recut it, but I like it. It's really handy. It really comes in handy, and it's right there. I ain't got to flip through nothing. addition to the service software. What? I read that before it went away. Holy crap. You've got a 16 core CPU or you got 16 CPUs? That is kind of funny though. Mine doesn't look like that. I can tell you that. 16 threads. Yeah, I don't have 16 threads. What is it? It's Control Alt Tab? No. Whoops. I think it's Alt Shift, Alt Tab, Control Shift. Nope, not that one. That's not that one either. Control Alt Tab. Control Alt Tab. That's not it. Control Alt Shift. Dang, man. I just do it the good old fashioned way. Control Alt Delete. Mine looks like this. I got 4 cores, eight threads. Control Shift Escape. Dang it. Thank you, buddy. I knew it was somewhere up there. That's what mine looks like. How are you doing? Welcome to my stream. Just talking about processors right now. Processors and stuff. What brings you this way? Sounds fun. I like chilling as well. I'll be doing some of that later. I officially got ahead today, so all of this is, or officially got ahead yesterday, so all of this is, I do. I do. That's actually, I come here to pirate Coursera. I was actually telling them earlier that I think today I'm going to play some games. I'm going to quit this at around probably 5 or 6 or something, and then I'll just pick up on playing some games. Probably going to go with a first-person shooter. Yeah, I can show you my list of stuff. I was thinking of maybe Splitgate, but I might also do Destiny. I'm not sure. Yeah, here's my list. Oh, well, that needs to be updated, especially if that's what I'm going to play. Here's my list of nonsense. I was thinking about playing Splitgate. Shadowline's also another fun one. It was just real buggy when I played it. Oh yeah, look at all these patches. It was just real buggy when I played it. It was fun. But for the most part, I like playing Summoner's War. I'm taking a break from it right now. I like playing Splitgate. I like Destiny. I'm trying to get into the Fallouts. I've tried Apex. I suck at it. I've tried Deep Rock. I like it. I just don't have anybody to play with. I'm real big on playing with people. Not really sure yet. We'll figure out something. I do not. That is one of the very few games that I refuse to touch. GTA 5 is your favorite. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not about that. I didn't like it when it was 3. I don't mess with it. I also don't mess with sports games too, but that's because I'm against sports. I feel like it's gladiatorial. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. If I wanted to compete and be a gladiator, I'd go compete in Greece or something. I'm not trying to be a gladiator. Can you guess where I'm from with my accent? I can talk as much as you need me to. I can talk as fast or as slow as you need me to. But I'm curious if you can guess where I'm from. Let me know whenever you're ready to guess. I give you a few hints on what I do. I like to cut down trees. I like to start fires. I like to fix things. Um, from US of A, of course. But what state am I in? Each state comes with its own very unique characteristics. Oh, that was very nice of you. No, it's not California. That is the other end of the United States. I'm more towards the center east. Actually, kind of southern, barely, barely southern. I'll give you another hint. My state really likes guns and moonshine.
Platforms like Windows, Unix, Linux, and
I give you that one. That's pretty close. The only difference between us and Texas is they like steers and we like cows. Well, we like just food. I'm in Tennessee. More specifically towards Nashville. Where are you from?
various Unix derivatives. In addition to the server software, there are also client tools used for accessing and administering a directory server. Microsoft offers
No, not Texas. I'm from Tennessee. Pretty close, but not quite the same. Active. Oh, you're from Cali. I had aspirations of going there when I was a young man. Unfortunately, I've become too old since then, and I don't really feel like the California lifestyle would be very good for my old body. You guys never sleep, bro, and I like sleep too much. I like to build. Um, I like to work out. I like to blow stuff up. Um, and watch anime. That's pretty much it. I have been getting into a pretty good routine of enjoying my nightly medicine. You're looking at it. This is what I do for a living. I'm in the process currently of completing this course and getting into IT. I'll be starting Comp TIA right after this, which is the coding side of IT. Well, part of the coding side of IT. I've already been told about the flashbacks and PTSD I'm going to experience from it. I was a personal trainer up until what month are we in? Fifth. I was a personal trainer up until 4 months ago. I was on vacation when they told me if I didn't come back early, um, I wasn't going to get paid. So I told them to shove the job up their ass and started school. 4 months into school, probably got another 2 month and a half. I cut it down. I'm just trying to hit affiliate, um, just to make money. Streaming, I'm not really concerned about it. My monthly bills are about 160 a month. I'm not very expensive. He's trying to better himself. What a dick. Thanks, Diggy. Well, thank you very much for supporting me. I'm pretty close to hitting a affiliate now. I've already had the people chatting in my channel. I've already had all the other things I got to get. Essentially, I do have a Discord. It's the same name I stream with. There are also more tools that can be used to interface a lot of the directory services. Oh, convenient that that decided to show up at the same time. Oh, which works well with mice. All right, I got you. There are also other more open tools that can be used to interface with a lot of the directory server implementations along with clients for email. I gotta write all that down. I gotta write all that down. Man,
Active Directory Users and Computers, or ADUC, which works well with Microsoft's Active Directory server. There are also other
also other more, also other more open tools that can be used to interface. I did check Discord. Oops, clicked the wrong button again. What's going on? That can be used to interface. Can be used to interface with a lot of other directories. Okay. A lot of other directory. Oh, directory server implementations. Server implementation. Implementations along with. Sure. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a join. Client Tell you what, I wouldn't mind to join is my lunch here in about 30 minutes, though. I am starving. Admin administering, administering. Oh, and managing a directory server. Directory server. There are also client applications. Client applications that can Oh, your PS5 just plugs right into it? I wonder if the PS5 is a Linux-based operating system then. I just recently found that phones were. I didn't know phones were Linux-based. I knew they were different than Windows or Mac. It is free BSD. Oh, neat. That can interface with a query, a directory server. With and okay. With and query uh, directory server. I'm gonna have to go to the next page. I don't have enough. If I'd have just wrote smaller, man. If I'd have just wrote smaller. Let's write that last line in.
There are more open tools that can be used to interface with a lot of other directory server implementations. Along with clients for administering and managing a directory server, there are also client applications that can interface with and query a directory server. All major OS platforms
Support integrating integrating into a directory server for login and authentication purposes. Directory server for login and authentication purposes. The advantage here is that allows for the advantage here is that this allows is that check Discord. Okay, give me just 1 second and I will. That this allows for centralized management of user accounts. User accounts. Finally, first video down. Now it's a practice quiz.
Support integrating into a directory server for login and authentication purposes. The advantage here is that this allows for centralized management of user accounts.
All right. Nice. Thank you. Sure. Hey, you can suggest whatever you would like. While you're doing your suggestion, I'm gonna hop up and get my food ready. I'll be back in roughly about 3 minutes ish. Give me time to nuke it and stir it up and stuff. I'll be right back. What's a professional display? Do you mean at the quality at which I stream at? Because I keep my streaming at a good quality instead of like high for specific people that like to join me. People that's been around since the beginning, that I essentially just started streaming for. And presentation, yeah. I don't know what professional displays you're talking about. You'd probably have to elaborate on that just a little bit. I'm not very I'm not very stream savvy. I just started when I started this stuff. It was the first stream I ever produced about 4 or 5 months ago. 4 months ago. Welcome back, Hex. Sorry it took me so long to respond to your message. I was a little focused on getting my drink in. I was starving, man. I ate my lunch 30 minutes early today, and I can tell. Tiffany was free at 11:30 instead of 12, and she only had a few minutes. So instead of a 24-minute video chat, I got a 10-minute video chat, which something's better than nothing. I'm not complaining. It's just I had to do it early, and I got less. You know me, I like schedules. I don't know why I was trying to reach for that egg. It's too early to eat that thing. I'll eat it after this. Oh, I just gave you a whole explanation. um, I don't know what you mean on your text about the display, professional displays. I don't know what you mean by that. I gave it a quick thought after I responded. Are you talking about stuff like this? I'm not sure how to set any of that up. If you mean buying somebody something, I'm not doing that. I won't spend money for this. It'll be free or it won't be. But I have been diving into stuff like that, and I was able to find this thing. And in all honesty, there's something right there, but I've got it covered up. Sure, that's fine. But I would like to expressly reiterate, I'm not buying anything. Looks pretty good. Looks like you've been doing it for a while. At least a few months at any rate. Let's see if I can peel this egg and not have to pick it up off the. Discuss what? I've already told you twice I'm not buying anything. Please don't make me say it a third time. Absolutely, there's an issue. I'm not going there. You're trying to sell me art. You're not going to scam me. I will not be buying your art. Good work on it. Excellent job. I'm not buying your stuff. Ain't nothing gonna make me mad, X. I'm working on that right now, actually. Been working on it since earlier this week, controlling my outbursts of anger. I'll buy Stiggy's art as long as it's him butt naked on a bed with flowers. But you gotta do a good pose for me though. Do one I ain't seen before. Of course, I'll share it with you. Give me just a second to clean my teeth and we'll hop on his practice quiz. By the way, Stiggy, they do something really stupid, man. Whenever it comes down to this ungraded one, the optional one, it's not actually optional. When I go here, it's the exact same thing, right? Using Active Directory, utilizing Active Directory. Watch this. That's one question. The practice lab coming up next is optional. You'll need to complete this simple graded quiz item, no wrong answer, in order to unlock the practice lab and be able to complete the course. Again, the practice lab coming up next is optional. You'll need to be able to complete this to complete the lab. Like what? Okay, I certify. I agree. And now it's unlocked. This is the legit test that I'm gonna have to hop into. I'll have 90 minutes. That's not good. Why is he giving me an extra 30 minutes? That's why they increased it. If you experience any, close the browser and reopen it. So they're experiencing errors like this when they do stuff. Well, that one's going to be fun. Guys, I'm scared. Oh, oh God. Let's take one more drink. Get this bad boy back in me after I clean it off. Oh. All right, let's start. What does a directory server provide? What benefits does replication provide? I think it's also enhanced security. LDAP. Active Directory is the LDAP implementation of Microsoft Linux. It supports Active Directory is the LDP implementation for. It was Windows. I knew it. Microsoft. Microsoft was the one that did that. The first is Microsoft's implementation, which is referred to as Active Directory or AD. Some customizations and added features for the Windows platform. I thought it was Windows. The containers in a directory service are referred to as organizational units. Fix that problem. All right. Containers in a directory service are referred to as implementing directory service. I don't remember talking about containers. Oh yeah, I do. Way up here. Latency and redundancy is all replication does. I thought it was enhanced security too. Okay. What does a directory service provide? A lookup service for an organization. I already know that. Useful for organization data, making it searchable for an organization. Objects and containers. Here we go. The containers are referred to as organizational units. Okay. Active Directory is Microsoft. What is the most popular directory service protocol used today? Lightweight Directory Access Protocol. LDAP. I just wrote that down. The most popular of these alternatives to the DAP of the X500 directory was Lightweight Directory Access Protocol, or LDAP. I got them all. Thank you. Let's go to this monstrosity. Wish me luck, guys. Let's read this over one more time to make sure that I know what I'm doing. Thank you, Hex. I have a feeling I'm going to need it this time. It's reporting bugs. So, right here it was talking. Some learners have reported a problem with this lab after running the first or second PowerShell command. A warning may pop up. These warnings look like. These are all the warnings that could look like. After this warning occurs, the virtual machine will log you off, and this screen will appear. Close the browser window that you're running on your virtual machine, clear your browser data and cache, reopen the virtual machine, then you have to reopen the virtual machine you may have to open the virtual machine several times to gain access. Once you have access to the virtual machine again, move on to the next part of the lab titled Managing Users and Groups. You will not need to run the PowerShell command again. Once you have access to the virtual machine again, move on to the next part of the lab titled. Oh, so it's the very end of one. Throughout the lab, if you experience any problems with the virtual machine, such as freezes or glitches, close the browser window that you are running in the lab and reopen it. Continue the lab from the place you left off. What did all this nonsense say? Learning objective: getting familiar with Active Directory, applying a global policy with Active Directory. I don't remember how to do that. Creating groups and managing accounts with Active Directory. I also don't know how to remember that. Active Directory is a core tool for system administrators who need to manage Windows machines. Active Directory allows to manage users, groups, machines, policies that apply to all of them in a centralized fashion. Disclaimer problem. Okay, blah, 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 blah. In this lab, you interact with Active Directory. Use it to add users and groups, edit users' memberships, as well as create a new group policy object. Okay. I am a robot. Oh wait, was I not supposed to be a robot? My bad. An hour and a half, man. I already know it's going to crash on me a bunch, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this and I'm going to duplicate it. I won't be able to see a whole bunch of what you guys are saying as soon as it fires up. Duplicate, come over here. Let's go like this, out of the way, so I can scroll. Installing and configuring Active Directory. First, you need to install and configure Active Directory. This is a complicated process, so we have provided PowerShell scripts to automate most of it. Please follow the following instructions carefully. After logging in, open Windows PowerShell as an administrator. You can open the Windows PowerShell as an administrator. I know how to do that. Oh, do I need to stretch it out? Let's go all the way out here. I'm going to need to see a whole bunch. Okay. It's going to fail on me the first click. So I got to hit accept over here. Allow. Hey, I might have been fast enough. Heck yeah. In PowerShell, running the following commands to install Active Directory. Okay. I'm going to go C, Quick Labs, Active Directory Setup, Active Directory Install PS1. Hey Stiggy, if you're still here, does the dash yes at the end of that still work like it does in Linux? It'll say yes to all the installation files? Okay, unsure. Okay, that's better than a no or a yes. Or a not a no or a yes, I meant. Okay, I'm going to enter in this command. C backslash. I hate backslash. Quick labs. Backslash makes me so nervous. ADS at active directory install.ps1. Hmm? Oh, let's grab it. Grab. Control P. Control V. Control P. Why won't it let me paste? It won't let me paste? I can't paste it. So let's try again. Shift P. I thought it was Control. Control N. Oh, that's not it. Son of a gun. So let's just try to type it one more time. C quick. Oh, that's where it went wrong. I see it. I spelled Quick Labs wrong. ADS at up active directory install.ps1. There it went. Oh, I don't want that. Oh, after it's done, I'm gonna have to close it and reopen it. This will take just a second. Oh, warning, 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 warning. Installing new forest. Is that what I just told it to install was a forest? ADDS forest? ADS? AD setup. Active Directory, Directory Services, Forest? Hell if I know. I don't know what that means. Then I'll have to jump into Configure Active Directory after it fails. There it is. They said give it just a few minutes. Please close the tab and wait a moment before attempting to click on Open Window VM again. If you run into a 504 gateway timeout or a 502 gateway error when reopening it, since the virtual machine requires an installation of Active Directory, it may take a few minutes. Try it again. Course 4, Model 4, Lesson 3. I don't think it's going to work. It's still installing. Let's try again. Bad gateway. Let's try again. Bad gateway. Let's try again. Bad gateway. It told me after I enter this one if it crashes just to leave it alone and move on. Let's try again. Ooh, what we got here? You gonna do something for me, pretty girl? You know you wanna. Let me in those tabs. What the heck? No, ain't gonna work. Let's try again. You're almost there. I'll let it go till 19. I'll try again. I should have plenty of time to get this done. It's just three things I gotta do. One of them's gonna be on the GUI layer. That'll be real easy. It's a long list of stuff. Oh, it's all gonna be on the GUI layer. I just had to install it from the CLI. Well, this ought to be fun. Oh, what we got here? What? Nope, not yet. Let's try again. There it is. No, it was right. Woohoo was right. It just had a brain fart. It's supposed to bring me back where I was, but I don't think it's going to do that because it restarted. So let's get back in PowerShell. Run as an administrator. Run this next command. Come on, pretty girl. Run as administrator. Okay. C. Boy, I hate this thing. Quick Labs ADS configure. Oh, you son of a. I spelled it wrong. Boy, this thing runs slow. Administrative Center. User new. User. Okay. I didn't see Java. There it is. Java developers. So group, new, group. I'm gonna go Pantheon developers. Security global. Everything looks good. Okay. Okay. Add to another group. I gotta go location, right? There's a members section. I'm gonna hit add, right? Then you can click on the members link on the left. Add Alex. Check name. Underline is present. Okay. Then okay. To save. Okay. Remove from Java. So I want to double click Java. To do this, look for user. Oh, Losha. Double click. Losha, Losha. Member of. I want to remove her from Java. Right? Okay, so remove Java. Add. Python. Python developers check name. Good. Okay. Okay to save. Managing group policies. Make sure to do all the racing in the game on the street. Drive responsibly and wear your seatbelt. If you're talking about Grand Theft Auto, I won't be playing that. As soon as she mentioned that all the time, I was like, it's probably weird. Group into the start menu by typing group into the start menu, group policy management. Expand the tree until I reach example dot. Oop, that's not right. Huh? Oh, this tree. To do that, expand the tree until you reach example.com domain tree and find the developer's OU inside it. Sites, example.com. Oops. I want to do what again? There it is. Developers OUI inside of it. I don't see developers OU. Hmm? Right here, I'm going to right click. Okay. New wallpaper. We want to set the default wallpaper machine in the new Oh, there's a space. Oh, I did. Paper. Once created, we want to edit the policy. To do this, right click on the entry and click on the first menu that says edit. User configuration policy. Policies. Administrative templates. Desktop, desktop. Administrative templates. Oh, wrong one. Desktop, desktop. This opens a list of possible settings that we can configure, including desktop wallpaper. To set this wallpaper to a specific value, double click on the desktop wallpaper entry. Enable. The window that opens up says to do that, first click on enable button, then enter a path for the wallpaper. The path could be a local path in the machine or a network path on the server that shares files. For this example, simply enter C. Where? Oh, wallpaper this? Okay. C quick labs. Yes. Wallpaper.jpg. Quick labs wallpaper. Quick labs wallpaper.jpg. And the wallpaper name. Okay, once you're done, click OK. Group policy is created and contains the values we want. To verify this, go back to Group Main Application, click the settings for the new policy. Go back to the Group Policy Management application and click the Settings tab of the new policy. I don't see setting. Oh, click Settings tab, New Policy Management. Where the hell is that? Desktop active, shared folder, start menu system, all settings. That's not it. I don't, it should be wallpaper, right? I don't see wallpaper. I see weather. What the hell are they doing? Group policy management, editor. Oh, I gotta go back. Back, group policy management, new wallpaper. You have selected a link to a group, okay, except for the changes in link properties. Changes you make here are global to the GPO and will impact other locations, okay. By clicking show links in web page. It's okay, Hex. If you can't make it back on, that's fine. I'll be done with this shortly. And then moving on, I'm going to try to make it to that big long one before I quit today. It's in settings. Have fun. Talk to you later. I'm at the bottom. By clicking show links in the web page, you can see that the policy has been defined and that the only setting being modified is the desktop wallpaper, which is set to the value we set above. By clicking show, I don't see show links. Whatever, bro. Whatever. Let's check all this. Check my progress. Check my progress. Did it verify? I'm sure it did. Yeah, there it is. Check my progress. Took me 30 minutes. Well, that was fun. My goal today is to do this one and try to knock this one out. It's just 2 quick videos and then a practice test. So I got about 8 more minutes of videos. What is centralized management? All right, Stiggy. Responding to your comment, sorry. I like Need for Speed. I played Need for Speed Most Wanted on the PS2 for a long time. My favorite was the Miata. I know that's pretty typical, but it's one of the first cars you get, and I just kept cracking it out. I liked how low it was, how small it was, stuff like that. Now that I'm older, I realize the Miata is actually trash, especially after I drove one. Granted, it wasn't souped up like Need for Speed does, but it still left me greatly disappointed. I expected more out of that little turd, and it just didn't have it, bro. It just didn't have it. Oh, all right. Before we get started on the next task, I am going to go pee and prepare. It's a 4. I don't know what the F stands for, but I'm assuming you mean the little movies, little cutscenes. They're kind of corny. I liked the music in Need for Speed. It was one of the more fun games, music wise. I liked how you could select certain tracks, full motion video. Okay. I can't remember that much about it. I remember playing the snot out of it. The only game that I've ever played that tops Need for Speed Most Wanted or Need for Speed Underground. Oh goodness, I was saying you're talking Most Wanted. I was talking Underground. Oh man, Need for Speed Most Wanted. I didn't play that much of actually. Underground I did though, the first one. Most Wanted, that was the one with like Lamborghinis and stuff. But a driving game that tops all of them, in my personal opinion, is Burnout Revenge or Takedown. I can't remember if it's Take. I think it's Revenge. It's Revenge, and then Takedown's even better. The entire objective of the game is to crash your opponent, and I loved every second of it. To cause as much destruction as you can. It's amazing. Need for Speed Most Wanted. Let's see if I'm looking at the right one. Need for Speed Most Wanted. The one I remember had a yellow Lamborghini on the front of it with trees. That's not the one I remember. But that's slick. That's super slick, man. I bet it does. That's probably an image straight from it. That's a little doctored up, but that's probably straight from it. That's probably straight from it. Maybe I have played that. I remember that dingy look. I remember that. It's like Grand Theft Auto, but with cars, right? Yeah, this is like GTA, but with cars. You gotta run around and do stuff in your car. I remember this game now. It's not? It's on all. Oh, dude, I remember that chick. She's the one that annoys you the most. I don't remember him. Who are all these people? Those are whenever you come up on a rival and you gotta race them. Yeah, I remember that girl. She's with you for a lot of it. Yeah, I'm starting to remember this now. I'm gonna just be honest. I got a weakness for blondes. I'm your typical American red-blooded male. I have a huge weakness for blonde women, especially petite blonde women. They're just the right amount of stupid and sexy. All right, guys, I'm gonna get up and pee real quick. I'll be back in just a few minutes. I had to put on my pink fuzzy socks. My toes is getting cold. Boy, this is gonna be a fun one.
The job of a systems administrator is to, well, administer systems. Sysadmins have a set of systems they're responsible for, and they have to manage those systems so they're available
I'm gonna call it right here is where I'm gonna start writing.
to serve their function to the organization. For example, as a sysadmin, I might be responsible for making sure that all of the servers in my network are kept up to date with security patches and application updates. Should I go around and log into each server checking each one at a time? What if I need to manage user accounts on end user devices? Should I go to each employee's desk and set their account up that way? I guess I could, but that would be super time consuming and probably inconsistent. Instead, what I want to do is use centralized management.
Called it. Starting off with the definition. All right. Centralized management. A central service that provides instructions. That provides instructions to all of the instructions to all of the different all the different parts of my IT infrastructure. My IT infrastructure.
A central service that provides instructions to all of the different parts of my IT infrastructure. Directory service Services are one of these services. Remember in earlier lessons when you created accounts and gave them access to resources on your computer? Imagine that you work for an organization that has dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of computers and people who use them. You can't possibly go into each of those computers to set them up. Directory Services provides a central centralized authentication, authorization, and accounting, also known as AAA. When computers
When computers and applications are configured to use directory services. For AAA services, for and other IT resources. Are now centralized. Are centralized. Shoot, my hands are dying. Uh-oh. Trying to get my wine to work with Genshin is interesting. Genshin, like Genshin Impact? I don't think I know Genshin. Oh, so you're drinking and playing mobiles. Nothing wrong with that. I used to do that quite frequently back whenever I was not calling you an addict before that even finishes. But that's what I used to do when I was an addict. I'd drink and play games. But that's what I used to do. Drink and play
Computers
games.
and applications are configured to use directory services for AAA services. Decisions about granting or denying access to computers, file systems, and other IT resources are now centralized. Now,
You can create a user account. Oh my goodness. Wine is. You're trying. Oh. Oh wow. It's a real life translator. On the fly translator. That's wild. Well, it definitely goes to show you my upbringing, though. I seen wine and I immediately thought the drink. Oh man. Can create a user account once. User account once. And it's available for the entire. And it's and it's available for the entire network at once. EASY. Easy. Well, sort of. What if instead?
instead of granting granting access based on who you are. What if you granted access based on what you do? In most
Is based on your role in the organization. Is based on your role in the. Oh shoot! Oh, you already wrote that. I thought I looked up for a second. You already wrote the whole big paragraph. I was like, oh no. Whew. My hands are cramping up. This may be my last video, guys. They're cramping up something rough.
organization,
I've got a 1 minute video and a 2 minute video, and then it's a practice test, and I'm done. That sucks. Are you gonna be able to figure it out?
access to computer and network resources is based on your role in the organization. When you manage access to resources on a computer and on the network, you'll often grant and deny access based on user groups. User groups can be used to organize user accounts in all sorts of ways. You might create groups for buildings that people work out of, or the person's role in the organization, or really almost anything else. What's important important is that you use groups to organize accounts based on the way that you'll manage them. If you are a systems administrator, then you might have permission to do things like creating user accounts and resetting passwords. You're allowed to do that because of your role as a systems administrator. If you add another systems administrator to your organization, you don't want to have to find out all of the things that a sysadmin should have access to, then grant them individual account access to each of those resources. That would just take forever. Instead, we'll create a group for sysadmins and add all system administrators to that group. Then we can give the system administrators group access to any resources they need. If you or another person change roles in the company, then all you have to do is change the groups that you're part of, not the rights that you have to directly access resources. We call this role based access control, or RBAC. Controlling access to resources isn't all you can do. You can also centralize configuration management. Just like you don't want to run around to every computer to configure user accounts, you wouldn't want to do that to set up printers, configure software, or mount network file systems. By centralizing
bling. That's my Facebook. Probably my father. All right, buddy. Thank you for dropping by my stream today. I'm going to continue down this path until my hand cramps up and I finally get off. I'll be back on Monday morning streaming again, workouts, and more school. I look forward to seeing you there, man.
Wheel to see which nightstands will be white.
Number 3. Number 2. And set number 5. Alright, you know the drill. First step is to remove the hardware.
Some of these nightstands were extremely dirty, so I got right to work scrubbing them down with my power scrubber. This made the cleaning process really fast and I was able to get into all those nooks and crannies. I filled in the hardware holes and then removed any trim designs that didn't match. To scuff sand everything before paint, I used my random orbital sander because it's the best way to cover a lot of surface area quickly. Next, I added custom built bases and legs to add height and even them out. Finally, I sprayed all 6 white nightstands back to back and added some new hardware as a finishing touch. All 3 sets are now ready to be listed for sale, and I'm curious to know which one's going to sell for the most. If you also want to make money flipping furniture, all of my most efficient tools and supplies can be found in the caption below. And be sure to come back.
Alright, I'll be right back in just a second, guys. I have to go pee. Sorry, it hit me pretty hard. It shouldn't take me long. I'm just going to pee and hop back. Welcome to the channel. 2 new viewers. Sorry, I'm quite active. It's not telling me who you are. So, welcome to the channel. Glad to see you here. I'm going to load up on some nicotine and then we're going to get back at this. I, I hope at any rate we'll get back at this. I may end up just doing one more video playing games instead. I meant to play games yesterday, but by the time I got off the computer and got done boiling eggs and talking to my mother, it was already 8 o'clock and my girlfriend was home and I didn't get a chance to play any games. Kind of disappointing, so I'm going to do it today. Especially since Stiggy was in the chat talking about the games he's playing. I'm kind of wanting to play some games. Oh, did that wrong. That's okay. Oh. Computer system security, role-based access control, or role-based security is an approach to restricting system access to authorized users and to implementing mandatory access control. Role-based access control is a policy-neutral access control mechanism defined around roles and privileges. The component of RBAC, such as role permission, user roles, and role relationship, makes it simple to perform user assignments. Demonstrated that RBAC addresses many needs of commercial and government organizations. Oh, and I already lost both my viewers. They're already gone. I guess I wasn't smexy enough. is your malfunction. I'm trying to grab Puppet. There we go. Let's do that. Well, that's not very long. No point in reading over that. I'll skim it. There's like no information on that. Shoot, that's a lot.
Before we jump into directory services, LDAP.
Knew it.
Before we jump into
I'm writing that down. Oh gosh. Let's talk about the underlying protocol.
directory services, let's talk about the underlying protocol that's used in directory services called LDAP.
Directory Access Protocol. Directory Access Protocol. Use access information in directory services. Information in directory services. Like over a network. Like over a network.
Or Lightweight Directory Access Protocol. LDAP is used to access information in directory services like over a network. Two of the most popular directory services that
Two of the most popular directory services that use LDAP that use LDAP are Active Directory and Open LDAP. When it's all pretty, it's hard to see those. Dang.
use LDAP are Active Directory and Open LDAP, which we'll talk about more in upcoming lessons.
Okay. Another one I'm gonna have to write a whole bunch of. How long is this video? Almost 2. Yeah, I'm done with this one. There are lots of different operations you can use in LDAP.
There are lots of different operations you can use in LDAP. You can add a new entry in the directory server database, like creating a new user object called Christy. You can delete an entry in the directory server database, you can modify entries, and much, much more. When we say entry, we're referring to the LDAP entry format or LDAP notation for records in the directory service. An LDAP entry is just a collection of information that's used to describe something. Take a look at this example.
Oh, he just showed me all that. D N period period C N equals Devin S R I equals ran OU DC DC equals com. Phew!
Don't worry too much about what this says. The format
What the hell's going on? My whole clipboard is screwed up. Basically has a unique entry name denoted by DN or distinguished name or disting then attributes and values associated with that entry. And values. It's 5 now.
Part of LDAP entries basically has a unique entry name denoted by DN or distinguished name, then attributes and values associated with that entry. So CN is the common name of the object. In this case, since it's a person, we use Devon Sridharan as the name. OU is the organizational unit, such as a group, and in this case, sysadmin is used. DC is domain component, so example.com is split into example, then com. Again, it's not necessary to remember the example, then com. Again, it's not necessary to remember these attributes. You can reference them in the next reading. The takeaway here is that LDAP notation is used for entries in directory services to describe attributes using values.
Oh, it's 5 o'clock, but let's read this before I pee. Oh. Shoot. That's a lot. I'm glad that's 3 minutes long. Now I'm done. Alright, guys, I'm gonna go pee, and then I'll be back on in just a few minutes to start streaming some games. I think I'm gonna play some Splitgate today, just get some first person shooter going on, just something I can mindlessly kill with. Alright, guys, I'll see you soon. Have fun.